you've already studied your jabs and your crosses, you should understand that you don't want to linger on a punch. It leaves you open, you're wasting energy, and we don't want to do that. So I want you to really think about this and focus on snap punching. Snap punching is more advanced. If you watch people like Muhammad Ali or Tyson, other boxers throughout history, especially in modern history over the last, say, 55 years, 60 years, you really start to see people who generate an enormous amount of power because of velocity. And you get guys who are middleweights who are punching like heavyweights. You get guys who are really light but can generate so much power that they really slam into their opponent, then they retract that punch back and they're ready to go for another set or combination, as the case may be. So what I want you to do is think about this when you're doing it. Get from the bag, spend some quality time, just smack in the bag for a while, and ask yourself, are you putting too much power into it in the sense of pushing, or is your power being generated because of your body mechanics, the physics associated with your movement, rather than just brute strength? Don't get me wrong, there are guys out there that are so big that if they punch you, there's a good chance they're going to just knock you the heck out, even though they don't have an enormous amount of velocity, because they can generate a sheer volume of strength and power behind it to really put you on your ass, okay? So don't get me wrong, I mean, there are people out there that are certainly much larger than I am. I mean, take some of the last current heavyweight champions in boxing, or the current heavyweight guys in the UFC and other fighting like Bellator. These guys are big dudes, right? Some have transferred over to, you know, that make-believe society called wrestling, where they bounce people over the planet and throw them and do flips and that kind of stuff. And that's because it's really great entertainment. And you need big guys to be able to do that. So think about the guys who have moved from the UFC to that, or from that back in. They can hit you and knock you really fast. I mean, knock you out, knock you down to the ground. But that's not the same as velocity. Imagine somebody who's really big, who also can do it incredibly fast and accurately, and they're not tense. So when they hit you, man, that's just violence is what that is. So I want you to think about the snap punch from that perspective. It's not necessarily about muscle, it's about technique and speed, right? So when you pop it out there, I don't want you to push like this. Yeah, the bag moves, it looks really impressive, but you're not pushing somebody across the mat. You're not pushing a box down the street to move it somewhere. You're not pushing the back of a car. That's not what this is, right? That's stalled on the side of the road. What you're doing is reaching out and touching somebody, but you're doing it with such speed and power that you cause them damage. That's what a snap punch is all about, right? That's what punching should be about, and at the more advanced levels, that's what you should be doing. There shouldn't be a lot of lingering or throwing the shoulder or the elbow going crooked and that kind of thing. It's just straight out, bam, hit your opponent, causes some damage, retracts almost if it bounces off. Again, stay really relaxed about this. This isn't about, okay, you're not the Hulk, chill out, just take your time, think about it, relax, pop it out, bring it back. Pop it out, bring it back. Doesn't look that powerful, but trust me, you get hit by that, it really is. Do it with your combinations, work that in front of the bag for a while, and you'll be really good at this technique. Snap punch is awesome, man. Out and back. It's that simple.